Hey guys, I wanted to do a quick video going over all the patch notes over the last couple days. They've been rolling out a ton of patches, and I'm not a part of the PTR testing, but I've been following it, been trying to collect it into a Google Sheet. We want to make sure that everyone had some visibility on it, because it's very exciting that they're rolling out this many changes. I wanted to go over it. So we had around 76 total like line items, plus or minus 5. Some of them I grouped together as they could have been categorized very closely. So let's just jump into it. So we had quite a bit of class balancing for the tank. Not a terrible amount. A couple abilities were hit. Courage now generates faster with the shield assaults and weapon combo finishers. Vengeance got a nerf in some damage. The ground and pound cost for the courage was reduced, and Fortify no longer has a minimum courage cost. The blitz ability is now fixed, so when you actually hit the button, you'll go to the target. That was something that Fighter was having an issue with as well, so hopefully they'll roll out a change with that one. We still have a day. Today's only Thursday, so tomorrow they might roll out some more changes as well. The Cleric for Resplendent Beam, it looks like sometimes it wasn't hitting the target, and they've improved the hit reliability there. For the Mage, it looks like their Blink ability was having rubber banding issues, and that's been resolved. There's quite a few economy changes. Looks like that they added where the commodity vendor will now show when players do not have enough storage space when they're purchasing commodities. It would have been kind of funny if you purchased a commodity and realized you can't really do anything with it. For the gatherables, they increased all tier 1 gatherables, so all the mining stuff that you guys couldn't find, hopefully you guys can find that now. I had a hard time finding rubies day 1 to make the guild charter. I don't know if they're going to increase that. Hopefully they do, maybe a little bit. For the vendors in Lionhold and the node vendors for the gear, they added the ability to purchase copper gear. They've done some quality of life changes for adding descriptions to glint, commodities, and stolen cargo, and they also added higher job processing sizes. For the animal husbandry, this was really neat. I'm glad they did this. You can now choose if you want a mount or a beast of burden. Before, it was just a 50-50 chance, and so we were all trying to get new mounts, and we kept on getting beasts of burdens because of the 50-50 chance. So it's cool now, because it wasn't cheap. It was 70 silver each roll. For the profession stations, they removed them completely from Ruins of Ayla. And a lot of people were talking about how they thought they should maybe move the Sweat of Your Brow quest outside of Lionhold. And I don't know, they may have already done this. I'm not sure. When they say removing the profession stations, is that out of Lionhold? That's the way it reads to me. Again, I'm not in the PTR, so I can't speak on the very specifics. But it looks like they may have done that already. So they added some lumber recipes. They fixed some bugs regarding unpacking commodities. I don't know if that is after a caravan has been killed or for the caravan itself. They added, or they adjusted the spawn timer for trees. It doesn't say if it's now going to be quicker or if it's going to take longer. Just know that that's been changed. They added more loot drops for bows, focuses, and shields. They don't know if this is new items or now the items existed and now that they're just adding them to loot tables. They updated the gear drop chance and rarity for gear based on the star ranking mobs. the higher level mobs in terms of their elite ranking will drop, should have a better chance to drop gear, and gear that is also rare. Fix some bugs for the economy regarding loot not automatically going into your inventory after rolling for it, and they also reduced the roll timer quite a bit. So not really economy, but looting. Now you only have 15 seconds to click Need or Greed, which it went from a minute to 15 seconds. It definitely needed to be shorter because sometimes we'll just stay up there for a while, and then everyone you're just staying there until I guess everyone rolled on it. Sometimes it'd stay there for a bit. Fix chat notifications regarding the loot. Looted items will now be removed from the loot pile as it's being looted, instead of waiting until the whole loot pile has been gone through. They added a radius to get access to be able to roll on loot drops. So there was people who maybe be in a raid, and one person's all the way back at their home node while 20 people are far away, and that one person who is really far away would still be able to roll on loot drops. So it looks like that's been changed. The commodity vendors have been added in the tropics and desert, so it looks like if you've been glint farming, you can actually buy some commodities out there now and make some return trips back to the Riverlands. Samaya's Hope is going to be, looks like it's going to be added for this patch, which is really cool that we're going to get another starting area. I mean, it's just right next to, kind of like Lionhold, but on the other side of the portal. They did some lighting passes, quite a bit of lighting passes to Samaya's Hope, Carfin, and then the Hall's Adjudication. They had some general fixes for visual bugs with roads and terrain, so if you maybe saw like a hole in the ground, I imagine that's kind of what they're referring to. That's always nice. What else do we got? They improved the quality of some landscape assets. I imagine this is just maybe like higher res, or just better visuals in general. I don't really know. They fixed an issue where camera would sometimes get stuck in the character's head. Yes, that happened to me quite a bit. It's cool that they fixed that because you had to call your mount to get onto your mount and get off your mount in order to fix that. Speaking of mounts, looks like mount visuals got fixed. Maybe they're referring to like just the mount floating, not actually running. There was a lot of different weird things going on with either mount animations or the character model when on the mount. Fixed the bug that caused people to crash when someone near them switched to a certain weapon. It didn't experience that one. Glad that they fixed that though. General spawn location bugs fixed. They added a inverted mouse controls, which is awesome for people who use inverted mouse controls. Imagine it'd be quite difficult playing the game the normal way if you've gotten used to years of playing games with the inverted mouse controls. So increased the max stack size for bags, so normal bags went to 20, which I thought it already was at. 40 for the next tier and 60 to the highest tier at the moment. Mounts got a flat 5% increase in speed, as well as a sprint ability. So all mounts are faster, and now you also have a active ability you can press to go even faster there. Mounts also got improved animations. They fixed a bug where the horse eyes could detach from their skull. I didn't get that one, but that one sounds pretty scary. So that's good. And they also fixed incorrect flying mounts being sold at nodes. All good stuff on the mount side. And they had a lot of performance improvements, as you can imagine. Having going from week 1 to week 2. I know that they were trying to fix the performance at Oakenbane Keep and Smearleth and Winstead areas in general. It seemed like they were having issues on that side of the map. I'm glad to see that's been improved. They've had a couple improvements to reduce server crashes, additional server stability, fixed client crashes on lower end PCs. That's always nice to see. Improvements on character models being stuck on server boundaries. So when you're on one server going to the other and you see the wall of people, looks like that's been updated and fixed, at the very least made better. So that's good to see. Just general server performance improvements, which is the main point of phase 1 testing. So a couple of people who actually have access to the PTR, other content creators, they all been saying that it's been running substantially better. And that mobs, you can actually fight them now. Speaking of mobs, they did quite a bit of different passes on mob balancing. So they reduced the elite ranking of some bandits in the Highwayman Hills, going from 3 down to, didn't say, but maybe could have been 2 or 1. Made changes to mobs at the Church of the Seven Stars, didn't say what the changes were. Just so the attack range for plant type enemies, so attacks will hit targets even if they are running away. So the flowers and probably the mushrooms, I imagine. Probably at Briarwood Farms, to be honest. Made changes to enemy difficulty and placement in the Ursine Caves. Didn't say if they got buffed or nerfed. The mob controllers have been improved in general, so they shouldn't just stand there and take a bunch of hits. They should be fighting back as intended. So I was kind of sad to see this one go away. I thought this one was actually really funny. I mean, obviously we want all the bugs to be gone, and this wasn't intended, but this was one of the funnier ones, where a skeleton could have 100 plus stacks on it. So every time you killed it, it would just come back, and come back, and people had no choice, but they were releasing them into nodes, and I thought that was funny. Improved the skeleton animation reliability. Web weavers will no longer be able to kite better than your party. Didn't really fight too many spiders, to be honest. Very few, but I guess that's good as well. For the events, Raving Rabbids event will now give rewards. Yeah, if you were completing that event, I'm not sure if it was not dropping the chest for the glint, or if it was giving you XP before or not, but glad to see that got fixed. Horns of Betrayal event fixes. Yeah, so a lot of people weren't able to do this event. It seemed bugged. I can never find out where I was able to go. It only went to the next phase once this past weekend for me. So it's good to see that fixed, so maybe when it actually is triggered, we can be completing that event. We had some flagging changes. In order to heal a corrupted player or a player who is flagged, the healer needs to flag themselves. And then we had some general quality of life flagging changes as well. For corruption, they added corruption stats to the character page, so I guess you could tell how corruption is affecting you. And then it also reduced the number of kills required to grind off corruption. Caravan health regen was decreased. It looked like the caravans were maybe a little bit more tankier than intended, and general corruption bugs were also fixed. They had some quest changes as well. They added new commissions to all nodes and general commission balance. So if you were between level X and Y, I saw that they gave those like level 6 to 8 or maybe level 5 to 8. They gave them new commission options. For the plunder quests, there was a video that came out how you can get 60,000 XP and 300 glint within the first 40 minutes. And those were because of the plunder quests. They added a level requirement to them, so now you must be. They didn't say what level. But you have to be X level to be able to accept them, and they also moved the quest out to nodes. So those who saw the video and were hoping day one they could go and get those quests done, those have been moved. They reduced the miracle mission costs and increased the amount of time they expire, so you have a more time to get those done. for the starter quests, for Sweat of Your Brow, they added it to the Smile's Hope side, and you can now, which I thought this was cool, pick one of 5 different starter horses, hopefully different colors. When everyone was running around with their gray horses and we all stopped at the same place, no one could figure out whose horse was which. Speaking of that, they also added for the mounts, they added the name of the owner's name on their nameplate as well, so you can figure out which mount is yours faster and make that process a little bit easier. For bugs, they fixed Foot of the Brow quest. That some of it, sometimes they're having bugs on the turn in. They updated the badges for profession stations, fixed typos, fixed the scale of icons on the map. General UI fixes for Spirit of the Undying quest. They got rid of placeholder status effects from NPCs. They fixed the zooming issues on the map and mini-map, and general map improvements. So, total of 76 different line items, and like I said, I combined some of them. There was a little bit more, but there were some that were really similar to each other. And if they happened on the same day, I was like, all right, we're just gonna kind of loop that in. So they're doing a great job rolling out changes. This was within 3 days. All these changes are within 3 days, and it's insane. Their level and ability to respond quickly to player feedback, and can't wait to see what they continue to add. It's been absolutely awesome. I did add, I'm going to put this link for this sheet in the video description, and I went ahead and linked the YouTube and my YouTube and Twitch as well, and our guild Discord. We are recruiting, so if you guys want to come and check us out, see if you fit with us by any means, come and do so. We're a very small guild, and we're just trying to find more people to play with. So I'm going to keep this up week to week. I'm going to have fun with it, and if you guys have any recommendations, questions, comments, or concerns, feel free to leave it in the comment section, and definitely subscribe. Thanks, guys. See you on the next one.